Okay, we're going to move to our next startup, which is Vocre. Please, you guys ready? Please welcome to the stage Damien Daly and Andrew Lauder.
Okay. Hi, I'm Damien Daly, Chief Product Officer and co-founder at myLanguage. And my giant over there is Andrew Lauder, CEO and founder. myLanguage is a company that is focused on two things: language translation, essentially accuracy, and producing mobile applications that allow you to communicate more easily, especially when there's a language barrier. You see, we have a huge vision for connecting people. And the first step towards that vision is with our new application that we're launching today called Vocre. In short, Vocre makes it fun and easy to have an actual conversation with someone who speaks a completely different language. Are we good?
Didn't load the slide.
Sorry. Imagine stepping foot in another country and being less concerned about how you plan to communicate while you're there. You know, whether it's for something you need, say medicine for an upset stomach, from eating that funky tasting taco you got from the street vendor, or you just come across someone you'd like to have a casual conversation with. With Vocre, all you need to do is set the language and the gender of the person you're talking to, and then you're good to go. I know, it sounds pretty science fiction-y. For all those disbelievers, please welcome our Vocre demo assistants on stage, and we'll show you the app in action. So, say you recently landed in Italy, and since those in-flight peanuts are a joke, you're looking for a great place to eat. You might as well ask a local. Hi, do you know of a good place to eat nearby?
Ciao, sai di un buon posto per mangiare nelle vicinanze?
Certo, c'è un ristorante a un isolato di distanza.
Sure, there is a restaurant a block away.
Sorry. Had a prompt come up. Perfect. Would you like to join me?
Perfetto. Vuoi unirti a me?
Definitivamente.
Definitely.
Now say you're in China, finalizing a business deal. The least I will accept is $100 million.
至少我会接受的是100万美元。
你有一个教义。
You have a deal.
Thank you. Very cool, right? So, what makes us so different than other translation applications? Well, aside from the technology behind it, which Andrew will cover in a minute, a huge part of it is a user experience. Sorry. If you're sitting in the back, or your mind's blown and you miss the details of the demo, this is how Vocre flows. After you've selected the language and gender, let's say for this example you're going to talk to someone who speaks Spanish. All you do is flip the device completely upside down and hold it like a microphone. Then speak your phrase after the beep. soon after what you had said is going to be written on screen. Simply turn the phone, and if for some reason it's incorrect, simply tap it and type in a correction. But if everything's good, as in this case, just flip the phone towards the person you're talking to.
Exprese su frase después del tono.
And that's when the translation happens. To continue the conversation, just turn the phone again, vertical, and follow the same steps. You see, it's as simple as record, review, and translate. You see, the way we designed it, limiting the need to interact with the interface by leveraging the device's accelerometer and orientation, the byproduct is a more connected and natural type of communication.
So going hand in hand with the intuitive user experience, we have some really great technology behind the scenes for Vocre. The first step is actually converting the user's speech into text. We've partnered with Nuance, who has the best speech recognition technology available. So once we have the text, we then leverage our own hybrid translation technology that we've developed over the past 2.5 years based on our user-contributed language data. So now that we have the translation, the next step is converting it back into speech, and we're using iSpeech, who has provided the best quality human-like text-to-speech voices that we've ever heard. So I know you're probably saying, that's great, but how much is it going to cost? I've got some great news. As part of our launch, we're actually giving the app away for free. It'll include 10 free translations. If you like it and you need more, you can purchase them via in-app purchase, starting at 99 cents. We're launching today in 9 different languages, including English, Spanish, Italian, and Mandarin Chinese, as you saw here, with many more languages to come. Remember, the world is full of people worth talking to. Now, with Vocre, nothing is holding you back. Thank you.
Thank you.
Well, that's pretty fucking cool. I have questions. Joe, you want to jump in?
Yeah, I like that both of these are trying to solve important things and not more restaurant check-ins. Not that there's anything wrong with restaurant check-ins. How unintelligible can the person be? Like if I have a aggressive cab driver, say in San Francisco, can this help me?
So the speech recognition technology powered by Nuance is really the best available. It's pretty amazing. It's really trained for native accents. So for example, it picks up like 99% of what I say. But if I tried to fake it with my high school Spanish that I had for 2 years, it picks up about 50 to 75%. However, some of our other demo assistants who are by our table speak native Spanish, and it picks up much better. So does that answer your question?
Rebecca?
Yeah, this is like very cool. I love how the interface sort of melted away, and you did a good job of just focusing on having a conversation. The only thing is sort of what's the turnaround time for when somebody's talking for, goes on and on and on? Will it be able to capture that as well?
Great. So as soon as the record beep happens, that means that we're streaming audio to Nuance to get it transcribed. So the audio is streaming as you're talking, and as soon as you stop, we tell Nuance, okay, we don't need any more transcription, and they send us a text. Now, when you're reviewing it, we're actually doing something behind the scenes that's a little bit sneaky. We're translating it and converting it to audio so that when you flip it over, it's really quick.
Awesome. Cool. I also think it would be cool when you start using it that there's a blurb explaining what it is in that language, because I think it would be otherwise highly weird.
Definitely. So today we're launching in English US device support. The app hasn't been localized to all of the supported languages, so anyone with an English US device will be able to download it from the App Store and use it, so everything's localized there. The next step, as our rollout continues, will be the other languages.
Yossi?
זה יפה מאוד שאתם מתרגמים מאנגלית לצרפתית ולגרמנית, אבל מתי תתרגמו לעברית? בכל אופן אנחנו 7 מיליון אנשים, מותר לנו גם כן לקבל תרגום.
He said, I love it. I'm ready to fund it today.
Awesome. Thank you.
Mark?
Listen, it's always so hard to give feedback in a forum like this because, you know, anyone can do a great demo. If this product really works, it's pretty exciting. My small bits of cynicism are if Nuance is doing a lot of the work on the other end, and you call the iSpeech doing work on the other end, you know, you'll really have to work hard to make that middle tier super differentiated, obviously plus UI and customer acquisition and everything else. My experience with voice translation has been, unless you train it well, the accuracy is not that high. So number one, you have a translation problem, not for you because you can translate it, but for the other person.
Correct.
And then the second thing is the idioms of language don't translate. I've lived in 9 countries. I've tried every fucking product out there. And the idioms don't always translate that well. But if you can get this right, magnificent. And we got to try to get British to American translation working as well.
Yeah, that would help.
It's there.
Yeah.
Wesley?
I'll be quick. When I travel, I always find that the situations where this would become in handy are usually a cab driver giving directions, or I'm in a restaurant where I'm ordering something. Half the time my phone doesn't work because there's no data plan, or I'm on some crazy roaming rate where I'm paying like 8 cents per kilobyte or 80 bucks a megabyte. How does this work when you don't have a data plan?
Without a data plan, it doesn't exist. We require the cloud because if you're going to put everything on the phone, there's not a lot of capacity. There are some translation apps that work on the phone alone without any data. The problem is that they can only support, you know, a few thousand words. Our system supports over 1.5 million words in US English.
So I would use this in the case where I'm desperate enough to go pay $80 a megabyte to go stream this over and use it.
Yeah, it doesn't use a ton of data, but it's there when you need it. Right. And that's what we're doing.
All right, so I have to make sure that situation is really important. All right, I get it. Thanks.
Or if you have Wi-Fi available, of course.
Cool. Perfect. Okay, Vocre, everyone.
Thank you.
So what did you say?
Yeah, if the next startup does restaurant check-ins, they're basically screwed. Okay, please welcome